Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you this eye look using lots of warm colours for spring. Going to be applying our soft ochre paint pot from MAC and just applying this all over the lid with our finger from the brow bone all the way to our lash line. You want to make sure that you coat this really well because we are going to be using quite bright colours. You want them to show up as much as possible, so using a good base is going to make sure that definitely happens. Next, I'm going to be applying these two bright colours. One is an orange and one is more of a coral colour. I'm going to be mixing them together and applying them into our crease with a big fluffy blending brush. And you want to make sure that you're using lots of blending motions just to make sure this colour is really well blended. Next, I'm going to be taking this purple colour and applying this into our outer corner and our inner corner. And we're going to be using a pencil brush for this, and what this is going to do is create a slight halo effect, like a ring around our eye, and this will just open up the eyes. You want to connect them too with a line in the crease and just make sure that that colour is nice and vibrant. By the way, both these colours are from the Jaclyn Hill Palette, and Morphe also does these colours individually as well, and they do have a lot on their Instagram page, so definitely check them out if you want to get these colours individually. I'm just going to be blending that out as well with a different blending brush just to make sure that colour is nice and blended into our coral colour. Then I'm just going to go back into that pencil brush and apply more of that magenta colour just to make it look more vibrant. Just going back in to blend it just to polish it off, just to make sure it looks nice and blended. Then I just done a wing of eyeliner. Most of the footage got cut off, so I'm just showing you roughly what I did. And then I applied some of the Shop Violet Voss glitter, and this is just such a gorgeous colour, and I'm just patting this on with a brush, and I also put a glitter adhesive underneath it just to make it stick. Then I'm taking a Barry M pigment with a small brush and applying this onto our inner tear duct just to make our eyes look nice and bright. Then I'm taking a thick pair of false lashes and applying them to our top lash line just to give us a nice amount of drama. Then I'm going to start with my face. I'm applying MAC Strobe Cream onto our skin just to give us a nice spring glow and just to make sure that our skin looks nice under a full coverage. Just gives our face more dimension. Then I'm applying the Loreal True Match and just applying this all over the face, and then I'm going to be buffing that in with a Sigma F84 brush, and this has just been my favourite brush recently just to apply onto the skin. It just buffs everything in so beautifully and I just love it, and you can kind of just push it in any direction and it just blends evenly no matter what direction you kind of put it in, and it's just really easy to get in whatever part of the face that you want, so it's really good. I really love this brush, and just applying that all over the skin. Next, I'm going to be applying a concealer under my eyes, and I am using Nars Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I'm just going to be using this to brighten my under eyes, and then I'm also going to be applying it onto my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin, and that is just going to highlight them areas as well. And I'm just going to be blending that in with the same Sigma brush just to make sure that blends in really evenly with our foundation. And then I'm going to be taking a smaller brush in the areas that are a little bit harder to reach, and I'm going to be taking a smaller brush to blend it into there. And I'm just using the Sigma brush just to blend the other parts as well. Using a small brush like this just makes it look a lot more precise and crisp, and it's just easier to get into places like under the eyes and on the inner corner, and yeah, it's just a lot easier. Next, I'm just filling in my brows. I am going to record a full brow tutorial which will be up very soon. The way I do my brows have changed, so I just wanted to show you guys in a dedicated video so I could explain properly. So I just filled that in with the Brow Bar to Go from Whitening Lightning, and I'm just using a concealer just to highlight under my eyebrow just to make it look more lifted and also to clean up any extra bits that I wanted cleaning up. Then I'm just taking a black pencil and applying that into my waterline just to create a nice smoky effect. And I'm also going to take this under the lash line on the outer half of my eye, underneath the lash line, and this is just going to extend the eyes outwards. And yeah, don't want to put any of this on the inner corner, and I'm just going to start blending that in with the same magenta color that we applied into our crease, and I'm just using a flat brush to just blend that black to make it look more soft. Then I'm going to be applying a thick coat of mascara onto our bottom lashes. Because we have very thick top lashes, we want to make sure that they look balanced, and yeah, it just looks a lot more put together if the top and bottom lashes match. So I'm just using a volumizing mascara to add a lot of drama onto the bottom lashes. Then I'm going to be bronzing my skin using my Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light, and I just love this bronzer so much. It is literally one of the best bronzers I have ever owned. It's completely matte, so I do like to contour with this as well. So what I'm doing is just taking a big fluffy brush and just applying it to the perimeter of my face, and then I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and apply it into the hollows of my cheeks, just to give me a really soft contour. Of course, it's not a cool tone, so it's not going to give you a really strong contoured look, but it just gives your face that little bit of extra shape that you need. Then I'm just using a blush. I'm using Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso just to add a little bit of colour to my cheeks, and I'm just sweeping that backwards. And then I am taking Becca Cosmetics Opal Highlight in the pressed form and just using a fan brush to apply that onto the cheekbones of my face. Then I'm going to be lining my lips with Cream O Spice lip liner from MAC. As you guys know, this is one of my favourite lip liners in the whole world, so I'm just using this to apply onto my lip line. And then I'm also going to be filling in my lips with a pretty baby pink lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics, and I wanted to go for quite a soft baby pink lip, but of course you guys can go for any lip. You can pick an orange lip, a coral lip, anything along them warm tones. It would look gorgeous, or you could just go for a really simple nude as well, but mainly I just wanted to keep it nice and soft for the springtime, so it's completely optional what lip colour you want to go for. And I'm just going to be applying the lipstick all over the lips, and I used Buttercup lipstick from Gerard Cosmetics. I do have a discount code for their website, so if you do want to get some money off their website, please check the description box for that, as well as all the products I used today will be down there as well. So that is the end of this tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I am so excited for spring because of all the endless colour combinations and possibilities of spring. I am so excited, and I am so thankful for all of you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. So take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye!